Okay, I've got it outside so I can get a good look at it. It's not exactly clean, but it's certainly not dirty right now. In all of its glory it's capable of right now. You can see some interior in there. Looks pretty nice. And I don't think other people can see all the flaws I can. But that's just the way it is. I can always see all the flaws because usually I put them there. So, but that looks pretty good right now. Okay, the next step is interior, or at least part of the interior. That's the headliner, as you can see. I've repainted it because it had some stains and whatnot and didn't look so hot. I don't know how this is going to show up. That's the original color, or close to it. Headliner looks, the color is a little bit lighter. I could not for the life of me find the original color. And it looks a lot darker on camera than in reality. For some reason that color, I just can't get a good formula for it. So the color I painted it, dyed it. And the same thing with these quarter pieces right now. It's from my 76 D100 pickup. Those pieces were regular paint, but the color is just horrible, so I have to redo those. I've spent a lot of time and effort finding color for this interior, and it's been a pain in the butt. Anyway, but it's getting there. And that's the closest color I can find. On the inside, you can see I just got one cheap, easy piece of quilt batting from Walmart. As much as I hate Walmart, they're good for this. And it's just it's a thin little piece. You can kind of see it right there. Nothing special about it. Help a little bit with sound and vibration. There was originally a little bit of insulation above the headliner, and it was never ever intended to come down and go back up again. So usually it just collapses or just falls apart, assuming you can even tell it's there to begin with. It's all been through 1,000 heat cycles, so it's pretty much decayed. So that's what I do in place. Just glue it up there and it's good. So I'm gonna get the headliner put in a couple interior pieces here, and then I can move on to the next step. Okay, a little more interior. Hard to see in here, I guess, but pretty much got the back half of the interior in, as you can see. Got the half of the seat in, and the quarter panel trim. These things fit kind of weird just because of the crown coupe. It's a different opening, and nothing seems to fit quite like the normal ones do. Because normally there's a screw up here to help hold them in. Oops, in the top. There really isn't, so everything kind of fits, and you got to wiggle it a little bit and tighten it all down, and hope it stays where it belongs. But it looks really nice in here right now. Headliners in, the sun visors are up in there, and then so I'll show you what I'm doing on the dash assembly. I was hoping to not have to take it completely apart. As you can see, all kinds of pieces are scattered there. The gauge cluster and the wires are there, all because I had just enough, whoops, a little rust right in that area, right through there, and there's a couple other spots where it's scuffed. Ouch. And I got it in and got a good look at it, and at this point, pretty much have to. Got to go through it all. So I'll sandblast it. I'm not going to take the VIN tag out. I don't think I'm going to anyway, because that's another $40 for a pair of rivets, and then a special stamp to put the little Chrysler logo on right there. We'll see. Dash pad itself. There we go. Hold it up. There's a crack, and there's a crack. It's faded, but not in terribly bad shape. Just got a hold of Just Dashes earlier today, and they want an insane $1,400 to redo this dash. About a decade ago it was $250. Why suddenly they tripled their price, almost quadrupled it, whatever it was? That's ridiculous. So Options are, there's a cap that can go over the top, a plastic cap. You kind of grind down because like where these crack, you know, they flare up a little bit, so you gotta shave those down, and then you glue this cap on and you gotta repaint it. Big deal. That's a couple $100 versus, you know, $1,400, which is again ridiculous. A carpet cover, which I wouldn't really look that good on this, and I don't think it'd work very well, just because, you know, the crack comes all the way down. You probably still see some of it. But yeah, Just Ashes, you know, they do good work or they do absolutely horrible work. After I looked or found out how much, I started looking around online, and I found a lot of people complaining about how poorly they do their work and how bad they screw stuff up. So I'm kind of leaning farther and farther away from Just Ashes. But anyway, that's for me to figure out. And that's the interior so far. I will have another one later when I get the dash put back in and maybe the seats in, the carpet in, and all that other stuff. So this is kind of interior phase 1.